and multiplication, division, all are. But in half section, that is not common. Can I share my screen?
Okay, yeah, share your screen. Okay, I can see your screen.
Here this is not coming, but edit.
Oh, when you go edit, it doesn't show the one that you have made, right? Because you need to publish that application. So this one is, yeah, this one is the previous version of your application that has been published. Now, if you go back here, click on the ellipsis icon, click on edit, it will take you to the designer and let it load. Ah, it is same, right?
Here it is coming, sir, but there it is not coming.
Great, 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 great. So you need to publish it. So cross that out. File and publish. Publish this version. And then, so every time you are making changes to your application, there is a version management system that is going to have certain version published, right? So this is the latest version. So that also needed to be published in order to show it and make it available to the users. Is it understood?
Yes, we have to make it published so that in the app section.
So, yeah, so that over the web, over the cloud, it should be available. That's right.
Yes, sir, I have one doubt that the drop-up option.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, that drop-up option, the output is not coming, sir. I'm just sharing my screen. This is that in the drop-up it's not coming. Means what to write, sir, in that result. Means here for particularly one option it is coming, but I want all the four options. Means suppose I have entered 5132, I want to show the output of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Whatever I can choose, then it will be publish that output.
It seems like, no, on your screen, it seems like there's a formula error. And the way you have configured it, it is not working out with those formulas. So let me go ahead and check it. I'm going to share my screen, and so I'll actually share my formula with you. Okay, try comparing this formula with the one that you have at your end, and maybe then you could find a solution. See, it's a pretty easy error that I see right over there, and if you can go ahead and have an attention over there, it would really resolve your issue. So I'm going to share my formula with you for reference on our chat. I hope you can access chat window.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's something what my formula is. Okay. That being said, let's move ahead. Sharing my screen. Let me know once it is visible. I hope you all can see that screen.
Yeah, sir. In that formula, what is the in the last in the divide? What is zero means? Why you will put inverted zero inside the inverted?
That is the else value, else. So these are all if values.
Okay.
Right? And that particular is the else value.
Okay. And suppose I have to find the percentile, then how to do that? Means like in Java, we have to suppose we have percentile something means 10 modulus of 2, then it will be printing.
Percentile would be like divided by total into 100, right? That formula. So you need to put that formula.
Yes,
Hello, can you hear me?
yes, sir.
So percentile is like divided by total into 100, right? So in that manner, you have to keep that.
No. I'm just
So
asking that. Sir. Hello.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just asking that in Java we have to suppose a modulo something and it will give the reminder.
Oh, modular like concept, right?
Yes, sir.
Mod. Not sure, man. I'll share a formula list with you all where you could find these aspects. How could that be done? What do you say? Right? Let me go ahead here. Let me forward this formula references with you. Here you will find all the formulas that you wanted to do, modular, percentage, those sort of things. Okay. I've shared that on the chat.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. And that drop down means I have applied that and it's working, sir.
Okay. Great. Now, moreover, let's see what any other question before I begin with the next topic.
And sir, how to link that two buttons? Means suppose
How?
I'm just creating that calculator for pressing one. I applied for buttons. So how to means link with them?
Oh, that one. Yeah. That is something I said, like, we will keep it, we will keep that as parked questions, right? So before our training ends, if one of us is able to figure it out, how could be done? If one of you is able to figure it out, how it could be done, then it would be good. Otherwise, I would help you out on how that can be done.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So have a little brainstorming session on how that particular thing can be done, because it's not a one-day job to learn formulas. There are a lot of formulas that will help you out with these processes. Okay. Now we did start with creating Canvas application, and we did started with a lot of information on Canvas application, such as how you can create your application. I'll request you to mute your devices. So,
Sir,
yeah.
I'm just asking for that. Suppose listed of something like your file after clicking file, it will be coming that under file what are the things are there. So how to do that?
I didn't get your question. Please say that again.
Means suppose I'm clicking the file in this page. I'm clicking the file, then it will be coming the listed items, means listed options. You have to say open new folder, create new folder, and all other things are means listed down. So how to do that?
You mean like this?
No. Means suppose in the calculator application, means the calculator app, the file option is there in the head of top of the page. File option is there. Yeah.
Where is the file option? This one.
Yeah, after clicking that, options are there: new, open, account, setting, and how to do that. Yeah.
The same panel should come right over here.
Yeah. No. I'm just asking that. Suppose I means clicking on view. Under the view, it's coming that what means lines are. That new screen label button text. It will be coming in the vertical manner.
These are all aspects, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you also have file. This is part of designer, right?
Okay.
So something that is part of your designer, how can that be part of your application? I think I'm not able to, get what you want to say. I thought you want to have this functionality, such as when you click on file, these options comes up in your application.
I'm just asking. Yeah, I'm just asking that. After clicking
Yeah,
file,
so
these options are.
yeah, that's right. So that has to be created. So you can see that, that has to be created out of several icons. So let's just say, you will bring this particular icon, such as the waffle menu, right? You will keep it right over here. And then you might bring, let's just say, a rectangle. Right, you will create a rectangle icon right over here. Okay, now let's say you will configure it, right? So you will configure it as soon as user clicks on this should be visible, or this should be visible on and off. So you will pay attention to the visible property right over here.
Okay.
Right. So that visible property will make it go visible and visible true and visible false on click of this particular icon. So that has to be a combination of several things. I hope I am able to give you an idea of how that can be done.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now we know that there are different types of applications that can be created. You can start from a blank, you can start from a scratch, or you can start from the database itself. And that particular, in our previous training, we were understanding how different type of application we did create. Today, we will understand more aspects of it, such as I was into my account application. So this is my account app, right? And I'll click on edit. Okay, when I create an application from a data source, I do see that there are 3 screens to display. By default, 3 screens. Everyone understands it. But then I also started creating a out of blank application, where I went ahead and provided an header, which was account manager. Then I also inserted a gallery. This gallery was connected to an account table that is part of my Microsoft Dataverse. And then we ended our training with learning about how individual records can be shown. So if this is account manager, this is my application, and I wanted to show records in succeeding table. I take help of forms. So today we'll start our training with learning about forms. You can see there are two types of forms, edit and display forms, right? First, let's understand the display form. Display form will be used in order to show single records. So like I have this particular section here. I expanded, and to the form, I'm going to connect to a data source. It's the same data source that is part of my gallery. So you can see all of those fields coming right over here. I'm going to add another fields quickly, such as amount, account name, HR, account number maybe, right? And account rating. So those all fields that belong to my table. Okay, I'll add it. All of the fields will start coming up over here. Any field that I wanted to regulate. These are form properties. Now form would need to be notified about which record has to be displayed. So I go to screen 1. This is my application, right? So this is my easy application. I want to see information about Janvi Enterprises or maybe Akash Bhaiya or Ma Bhavani Sweets, right? So I wanted to see individual records. So what do? Is I select this. You can see that when I select this, there is nothing happening, right? No action is happening. So I need to configure it first. Let's pay attention to what is happening when you select this icon. I select this icon. I pay attention to two of the things. Right over here, the on select property. So which means icons on select property. Anything that you bring on your canvas will have different properties. On select properties is there, icon properties there, hover fill, hover color, pressed fill, rotation. So these are some of the properties of any icon. These properties that changes colors and that might change the the way it will appear to a user are known as cosmetic properties. Cosmetic properties means the length of your icon, and this is applicable to everything that you bring into your app. So we are not paying attention to right now to cosmetic properties, but whereas we are paying attention to the actionable properties of icon. What are actionable property? Actionable means user will do an action on that icon and what should happen, such as user will select that icon. So when user select that icon, there is a formula known as select parent, which means select this particular record. And also, as soon as the record is selected, I want it to navigate. So I'm going to start writing navigate formula. Which screen I wanted to navigate? I wanted to navigate to screen 2. Right? That's it. Now, any item I select. So I select over here, Akash Bhaiya, right? I select this. It will move to the form page. The second aspect of your application is your form should be able to recognize which item has to be shown. So now you know that by using that you have selected the gallery icon, right? The second thing that you would do is let your form know that which item has to be shown. Form also has several properties. Out of this, one of the property of the form is item. One is data source. Data source is accounts, the table that you have connected to. Another is item. Item being what item has to be shown. the name of your gallery is gallery 2, right? So I say anything that user selects on gallery 2. So gallery 2 dot selected, right? As soon as you will write, it will start showing those records. So now I can see that my application, I select any of these application and it shows those records. That's how form works. And this is a display form that I have used. In a similar sense, I can also use an edit form. So this become your renaming it. This become your detail. So let's call this as the browse. And let's call screen 2 as detail. And let's call screen 3 as the edit screen or edit screen, right? So now in this, you would say similarly say that you want to edit this particular record. For editing a record, right? The icons here. And then you also provide an edit pencil icon so that you give ability to the user to edit this particular icon. You say as soon as user goes to edit this icon, this should navigate to the edit screen. Perfect. So you're going to test it if it is working fine. It is working fine. On this, you want to introduce an edit form. The difference between edit form and display form is that edit form will let you create new records or would also let you edit existing records. So you go ahead, select the account, and you go on adding fields in a similar way. So you want to give account name HR, you add them up. Right? This one is not editable, so you're going to delete that. Perfect. Now to this form as well, you will notify using the item property that anything user selects on gallery 1, gallery 2 dot selected. So that you should be able to help them to edit those records. Now I think I have a good application. I can see what record is there. I can edit them, right? I can change any address that it want. And this make my application with forms, gallery, and also with an edit and a display form. Any questions until now? Any questions, any queries?
Sir, how to put that asterisk mark, star mark? Suppose I am editing, I am clicking on the edit and forgot to provide the city. So
How to, yeah. This is done at the data source. On the data source, this is a mandatory field. So it is coming as an asterisk. If you want to make this one as compulsory, there are two ways. In the data source, you could define that as a compulsory action. So you can make that as a compulsory field, or right over here, you can write a formula. Formula as if, if this particular field is empty, then probably you won't allow user to go ahead with saving those records. So it's all the data source. That's why data modeling is a very important concept. You do need to make it sure that the data fields are compulsory, mandatory, business required or not required, or they are business recommended. Okay. Please go ahead with any other questions. Great. there are two other important things missing in this application. So like how can I create a new form and how I can go ahead and save the existing form, right? So I do add plus icon. In this plus icon, I know that when user click on this plus icon, on the on select property of this plus icon, I want it to navigate to edit screen. So let's see how does this work. I click on this, it navigates to the screen, but it is showing a previous record. I don't want it to show the previous record. I want it to give me a new form so that I can enter new records. So I will also add another formula, which is new form. You see, the formulas are very easy. The way they are being designed is similar to daily communication that you would see. So new form, right? And then you say, OK, please open up form 2. Perfect. Great. So click on plus. This will give you a new form, right? It won't give you any record that you select on that gallery. And at the same moment, you also want to provide a submit button here so that user can submit those back. So I come here, I click on button, right? I say that this is a submit button. Perfect. And also, I write this up as submit form. So as soon as user will click on this form, do go ahead and submit this form too. This will write my changes or new records back to the data source. Now let's test our application. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to edit a record. Perfect. Click here. What happened, man? Just a moment. Okay, gallery 2 dot selected. Okay. Items gallery 2 dot selected. Components. Okay. Display browse. This screen isn't working. Okay, new form is submitted. Perfect. Now this would also say, so on that button, we're also going to say that navigate back to detail screen. All right. So submit. Okay. And here edit form 2. Hey, this is not working. Just a moment. Yeah, this one doesn't have gallery. 2 dot selected. Okay. Now I think it should work. Let's make a new account. So test 1, any number, NG, AR, submit. Perfect. Edit. So you see now I can edit. There was a formula error which was not letting me do that. The formula was that I did not let this particular form know that gallery 2 that selected has to be done. This is the same application that would be made out when you create an application out of a data source. So you would see that it will have gallery, it will have header plus icon and all. Any questions?
Sir, what about the formulas, that syntax, parenthesis, semicolon, and how we can construct this manner?
Okay, so various things to understand about formulas. How you can do is that you would learn it day by day, because I have shared you formulas reference as well. But one thing to understand, like if I use a formula such as, let's say, navigate, right? So Power Apps give you ability to not remember everything, which means as soon as you start writing this formula, let's say that formula navigate is there. As soon as you start writing it, it will start coming up right over here. You select that. It also lets you know the syntax of it, right? The syntax is also available on this particular page that I have shared with you all. So in formula references, you can see all of these syntaxes. The logic is very simple. Take help of Power Apps. So navigate, then it will let you know the target. So you write screen to name, that becomes your target. If you want to execute another formula in the same line, you use the semicolon and you also use the back button. So this is also a formula. Anything static declaration is always between, quotation marks. And operators such as and, exclamation, these operators are also applicable as per the logic that you wanted to give. So we always keep this page in reference with us in case, if there are any issues with formulas that we are facing or any problem that I personally come up with. So this is an OR operator or a Boolean operator. And I always take help of IntelliSense. What is IntelliSense? IntelliSense is, the formula, like I use the patch formula. I don't know anything about this formula, right? But you can understand the syntax of it, but just by seeing what should here be, what should be the source record to be updated and what has to be updated. And I learn about this formula using the formula reference section. What can formula does? What should be the syntax of it?
Sir, in the details, I have to what to do means in the form I have to display the format of display.
Yeah, on the display. Yeah, form display is nothing but to display any record.
Then how to connect that side to your database?
So the form will give you an option. So when you select any form on the right corner, you have the data source option.
Okay.
So you will select any data source that you have connected to your application, or you can choose from here in the drop down.
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The fields.
Field, again, you will see down in the properties, you could see fields as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying that, but it's not coming properly.
You should have fields in your application, sorry, in your data source for that to come up. And you should also connect your application to that data source. So from the left corner, from here, have you added those tables? Those are also necessary.
Okay. I am adding.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, we all remember that, we did have a visit table, right?
Yes, sir.
So what we would do is we will start creating an application out of it, a Canvas application out of our visit table. I have this particular exercise for you guys, where we are creating the visit Canvas application. In this exercise, we will create a Canvas app by connecting you to visit table, and we will create an application out of a database. We will also modify a few things right over here. So without wasting time, let's start with this particular Canvas application. I'm sharing this URL with you all. Let me know if you can access this particular link or not. Please do let me know if you have trouble with any of the steps mentioned there.
Yes, sir. In that the details means it's not showing anything.
In the detail screen?
Yeah, details I am using the forms, then display, and it will not display anything.
So which point number are you? Task and what is the step number?
Yeah, I am created that means visit fast page, then in the second sprint. After clicking the right arrow, then it will showing nothing.
Are you following this particular task?
Yeah, I'm just.
What is the step number?
Yeah, I'm not show the details. The fifth one, the detail screen. In the detail screen, it's not showing the details.
Point number 5? Point
Yeah.
number 6? Share your screen. This is point number 7, right? Vishek, would you like to share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Saying in this way, the details are not showing there in the details form.
You're not doing according to labs, right?
Yeah, I am here. I'm getting that means the first page.
Yeah, you have that. Okay. See,
Okay.
in details you need to specify, right? You need to target 2 properties. Go to detail screen. Select your form. Select the form. No. Don't apply it to the field property. See the property you're applying, right? Yeah. Now there, change the property. Drop down left side, left upper corner. Left upper corner. Yeah. Change that to item. And there apply a formula based on your gallery. So the name of your gallery is gallery 1. So gallery 1 dot selected. Selected from the drop down. Yeah. That's right.
And sir, semicolon.
That's it. That's it. That's done.
Okay, sir. I can also add that in details, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Okay. All right, we are into the last minute of our training. Guys, let me know any queries, any questions. Chandan, Rifakat. Abhishek.
Sir, while editing that edit icon, I have to choose that edit form. Then that form are not visible. Form are not selected. It's showing error. Navigate to edit spin and form one to be selected. Is that the formula?
In your edit form, have you changed the item property to select it from gallery?
Item properties selected.
Yeah, for that form too. For tomorrow, guys, tomorrow our session is in the afternoon. So it's 3:30 to 4:30. Okay, so that would be that is the timing that would be complete this week. So 3:30 to 4:30. I have forwarded that invite. So in this complete week, you have timing from 3:30 to 4:30.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Abhishek, share your screen. Let's see your error.
So this one, sir. I have to select the form.
No. Yeah, there is a formula problem. Edit it. Keep it only navigate. Yeah.
Okay.
Only navigate. That's it. Remove the semicolon as well. Yeah, that's it.
And after clicking this, only this is happens.
Yeah. Does this form have that property, icon property? Go back. For this form, for the edit form, where is your edit form? This is the form. Select the form. Form 1. Select the form 1. Yeah, item property. Item property of this form. It should be gallery dot selected, right? Gallery 1 dot selected. The name of your gallery. So always choose from the bottom so that you won't make any formula errors. Perfect. Now it should work. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Abhishek, Chandan, and Ripaka.
And sir, after submit button, how to submit? Means it will
Yeah, submit form. Submit form. Use the formula submit form.
Submit form of that gallery means it
That form. No, that form. Name of the form.
Okay, sir.
Form 1. Yeah. Yeah, good. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it's running. It will work out.
Okay, sir. And in this manner, suppose I have to submit anything, then it will be permanently stored in that database.
In the record, yeah, in the table.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Chandan, Ripaka, and Abhishek for today. I'll see you tomorrow, 3:30. Remember, it is in the afternoon. These are afternoon session from tomorrow. I'll see you same time, 3:30.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Good night.